Hi there, welcome to PMN Online. In this video, we are going to cover Notion databases explained: tables, views, filters and sorts. Notion databases are a game changer when it comes to organizing your digital workspace. Imagine being able to streamline all your tasks, notes, and projects into one cohesive system. Whether you're a student managing coursework, a freelancer juggling multiple clients, or just someone looking to bring order to the chaos of everyday life, understanding Notion databases can make a huge difference. So, let's dive into the world of Notion databases and explore how tables, views, filters, and sorts can transform your workflow. First, let's break down what a database is in Notion. At its core, a database is just a collection of records or entries. In Notion, each of these entries is actually a page, allowing you to store a wide variety of content within each record. This flexibility means you can embed everything from text and images to entire databases within a single entry. For instance, you might use a Notion database to create a task manager where each task is a page that includes details like deadlines, subtasks, and even related projects. Now, let's talk about properties. Properties in Notion databases are essentially fields that store specific types of information for each entry. Think of them like columns in a spreadsheet. However, unlike spreadsheets, each property is set at the database level and applies to all entries. Common property types include text, numbers, dates, and checkboxes, but you can also have more advanced options like multi-select tags or even relations to other databases. Speaking of spreadsheets, it's crucial to understand how Notion databases differ from traditional spreadsheets. While a spreadsheet is organized by rows and columns, allowing you to perform calculations on individual cells, a Notion database is organized around records and properties. This means you can't target individual cells with formulas, but you gain the ability to view and manipulate your data in various ways. One of the standout features of Notion databases is the ability to create multiple views of the same data. This means you can tailor how you see your information based on your current needs. For example, you might have a table view for quick data entry, a board view for a Kanban-style workflow, and a calendar view to visualize deadlines. Each view can have its own set of filters and sorting criteria, allowing you to focus on what's important at any given time. To get started with creating a database in Notion, you can use the / command to quickly add an inline or full-page database. An inline database appears directly on your current page, whereas a full-page database takes you to a dedicated page for that database. Once your database is created, you can start adding entries and customizing properties to suit your needs. Now, let's explore the power of views. When you create a new view, you can choose from several layout types, such as table, board, list, calendar, timeline, and gallery. Each layout offers a unique way to interact with your data. For instance, a board view is perfect for tracking tasks across different stages, while a calendar view helps you manage deadlines visually. By switching between views, you can gain different perspectives on the same dataset, enhancing your ability to make informed decisions. Filters and sorts are essential tools for managing data in Notion databases. Filters allow you to display only the entries that meet specific criteria, such as tasks due this week or notes tagged as important. Sorting lets you order your entries based on properties like date or priority, ensuring that the most relevant information is always at the top. Together, filters and sorts help you create a dynamic and responsive database that adapts to your changing needs. As you become more comfortable with Notion databases, you'll likely want to explore more advanced features like relations and rollups. Relations enable you to link entries across different databases, creating connections that reflect real-world relationships. For example, you might link tasks to projects or contacts to companies. Rollups, on the other hand, allow you to perform calculations based on related entries, such as summing the total number of tasks associated with a project. Before we wrap up, let's revisit the key takeaways from this tutorial. You've learned how to create and customize databases in Notion, using properties to store structured information. We've explored the differences between Notion databases and traditional spreadsheets, highlighting the flexibility and power of views. You've also seen how filters and sorts can help you manage your data effectively, and how advanced features like relations and rollups can take your Notion setup to the next level. Let's dive deeper into the practical side of things. Consider using a Notion database for managing a home renovation project. You could create a database where each entry is a different task, like painting the walls or installing new lighting. With properties, you can track each task's budget, deadline, and status. You could even add a relation to another database that lists your contractors, linking specific tasks to the people responsible for them. This way, you keep everything organized and ensure nothing falls through the cracks. When it comes to views, think about how a timeline view could benefit a project manager. By setting up a timeline, you can visualize the sequence of tasks and identify potential bottlenecks. This visual aid can be invaluable for adjusting deadlines and ensuring smooth project progression. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes. One pitfall is overloading your database with too many properties. While it's tempting to track every detail, too much information can become overwhelming. Focus on key data to keep your database clean and efficient. Another mistake is not utilizing views to their full potential. Remember, different views can reveal insights you might not see in a single table layout. Troubleshooting can sometimes be as simple as checking your filter and sort settings. If data seems to be missing, verify that your filters are set correctly. Also, ensure your sorting criteria aren't inadvertently hiding important entries. A quick review of these settings often resolves unexpected issues. For beginners, it might be helpful to start with a template. Notion offers a variety of templates tailored to different use cases, like project management or personal journaling. These templates can provide a solid foundation and inspire you to customize them further as you gain confidence. Finally, a useful tip is to regularly review and refine your databases. As your needs evolve, so should your organizational tools. Periodic updates ensure your Notion workspace remains a reflection of your current goals and workflows. Engage with your databases actively, and you'll unlock the full potential of Notion's powerful features. Another practical example could be using Notion databases for freelance work. Imagine you're a freelance graphic designer juggling multiple projects. You can set up a database where each page represents a different client project. Utilize properties to track deadlines, project stages, and payment status. By having all this information in one place, you ensure you're meeting deadlines and managing your workload efficiently. A real-world use case for filters might be for a student managing their study schedule. Create a database for all your subjects and assignments, and use filters to show only the assignments due this week. This way, you can focus on immediate priorities without getting distracted by future tasks. Let's touch on another common mistake: neglecting to back up your Notion data. While Notion is reliable, it's always a good practice to export your databases regularly, just in case. You can easily export your data as a CSV or PDF, providing peace of mind that your information is safe and accessible. For troubleshooting, if you find that your database is not displaying correctly, check if any hidden views or filters might be affecting what you see. Sometimes, a simple toggle of these settings can bring your data back into view. A tip for beginners is to experiment with relations and rollups once you're comfortable with the basics. Start small, perhaps by relating a task database to a project database. Use rollups to display the number of tasks per project. This will give you a taste of how powerful these features can be without overwhelming you. It's also beneficial to utilize keyboard shortcuts to streamline your workflow in Notion. Learning a few key shortcuts can greatly speed up how you interact with your databases, making you more efficient over time. Remember, Notion is a tool that works best when tailored to your unique needs. Don't be afraid to tweak and adjust your setup as you go along. The more you use Notion, the more intuitive it will become, and the more you'll discover new ways to enhance your productivity. Hopefully, this tutorial helped you understand Notion databases, explained tables, views, filters, and sorts quickly and easily. For more helpful guides like Notion databases, explained tables, views, filters, and sorts, be sure to subscribe to PMN Online.